I hope you're having a great start to your Tuesday. I'm James Bryant with the Arkansas Weather Network. I want to shout out our partners this morning, Air Masters of Arkansas. They are the HVAC partner of the Arkansas Weather Network. If you have any heating or air issues, give them a call and they will give you a hand. Today, starting cool for sure, but we are headed back into the 60s this afternoon, and the warm pattern continues this week. Pretty quiet as well, though it will be pretty breezy later on this afternoon, which I'll show you coming up. I think this afternoon we stand a good chance to get most of the state into the upper 60s. Looks like we'll get just shy of 70 degrees across most of central Arkansas, but really all around a pretty good day. And now keep in mind, many of you will once again start with a little bit of fog. Don't have the current fog graphic pulled up, but that's a possibility this morning, just like we saw on Monday. It is going to be pretty breezy Tuesday afternoon. We're going to see wind gusts up to 15 to 20 miles per hour, maybe a little bit more than that. Those winds should subside a little bit during the overnight hours, but I think we see it again Wednesday and Thursday. Just a nice breeze most of the time out of the south. As you go through Wednesday and Thursday, those are going to be the two warmest days of the week. You look across the state, and everywhere you look, we're over 70 degrees, which is really, really warm in mid-February, obviously. Still haven't seen 80 pop up in our guidance, but it's certainly possible at places like Texarkana on Thursday afternoon. Look at the high in Little Rock on Thursday, 77, 78 in Russellville. It's going to be very, very warm later this week, but we do get a front to come through here, a couple of fronts to come through here between Thursday and the end of the weekend. There's going to be a drop in temperatures as we go towards the end of the weekend. How steep that drop is, really to be determined. I don't know that we'll go all the way down into the 40s. But once again, this drop, and it's going to be the same way all over the state no matter where you look, this drop is going to be probably short-lived. A transient cold blast, it comes in, it moves out quickly. We could be back in the 60s by the middle of next week. Let's look at the latest data. The rain chances this week really are limited. There's that front coming through middle of the week. Doesn't really do much to your temperature. We'll start to cool down on Thursday. Now, this front on Thursday kicks off thunderstorms northeast of Arkansas. There could be a severe threat up through parts of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky. I think most of that is going to avoid Arkansas. I think the one spot we may watch is the far northeast corner, but Arkansas really looks to get out of this one without much in the way of precipitation. It all develops as it moves towards the east and towards the southeast of us. And then as we go into the weekend, there's another front that's going to arrive, but again, it looks like most of the precipitation kicks up towards our east. We'll keep small chances of rain in the forecast Friday and Saturday, but overall, at least as of this morning, it doesn't look like we're going to see widespread rain. We've been talking about it since last week. Maybe there's something lurking at the end of this week, and there is. That's just not going to be for us, though. It's likely going to be for someone else in our region off towards the southeast. Now, what that front on Saturday will do is bring that much, much chillier air in here with temperatures that are going to go down into the 50s by the end of the weekend. There's your forecast. Small chances of rain remain in the forecast of Friday and Saturday, but again, we'll see what the guidance does over the next couple of days. It doesn't look good for widespread rain. Our next big chance of rain may be another week beyond this weekend. So we'll just have to wait and see. That hopefully the dry conditions that we had seen most of the winter don't return. But after 76 on Thursday, the big story is it will be cooler going through Friday and into the weekend. It may be cold to start off next week, but again, it doesn't look like that's going to be a long-term deal. I don't think it's going to get cold and stay cold. But we may see temperatures return to freezing by the end of the weekend, so hopefully you haven't planted your gardens yet. It is still February after all. All right, thanks for watching. We'll have continued updates on the systems later this week. Download our app, Arkansas Weather Network, for location forecast data wherever you are.